One of the things I did want to make sure that I asked you about, a lot of these issues we've been talking about, in many ways seem to fall back to a lack of accountability for, especially people in power. And it really does seem like when you get to a certain level of wealth and power, that you're really just not going to face the kind of consequences that ordinary people would face. And one of the cases recently that has really underscored that phenomenon in a dramatic way was the case of Jeffrey Epstein. And I only ask you because he was vaguely affiliated with MIT, where you had taught for many years, and he had donated to the Media Lab, interacted with top scientists and intellectuals. And this is after his first conviction, which the MIT Media Lab knew about.
After the conviction, but also after his serving his sentence. There's a principle of Western law that once a person has served a sentence, he's the same as everybody else. It seems to be forgotten. So there's some other interesting questions. Jeffrey Epstein gave, I don't know what, say $1 million to MIT. Is he the worst person who's contributed to MIT? What about in my office at MIT, when I was there, I'm not there anymore, I looked out the window of my office and I saw the David Koch Cancer Center. David Koch, Ken, is surely a candidate for being one of the most extraordinary criminals in human history. I already described what he did. He was personally responsible for shifting the Republican Party from being moderately sane on, minimally sane on global warming, to being the most dangerous organization in human history, which may destroy us all. Is that serious? Seems to be pretty serious. Does anybody say anything about that? Well, take a look. When David Koch died a couple of months ago, the Institute president produced a laudatory encomium about how he's one of the model MIT graduates. He did such wonderful things for MIT. He even funded the basketball team. Just a perfect person. Something striking, strange about all this.
Well, there's certainly hypocrisy there. Were you?
Hypocrisy.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if hypocrisy is the right word. I mean, think about it. Why this obsession, but not much more significant ones?
Well, the only reason why it was intriguing to me was the fact that Alexander Acosta, the labor secretary and the prosecutor who had given him what people regarded as a lenient sentence, said that he was told he belonged to intelligence.
That's fair enough. But then the criminal is Acosta.
Sure.
Okay. Not the person who was sentenced and released.
Is that something worth exploring? Or I know you have a deep well knowledge about the intelligence services. Is that the idea that they could be having some sort of sting operation with some guy involved? Is that just crazy talk, or is that something that could happen?
I mean, I haven't followed it in close detail, but
Sure.
There's a lot of strange things about the alleged suicide. Just a couple of days ago, a report came out saying that the cameras were off and the backup cameras were off. Mm-hmm. Day after day, some very strange things come up. I don't know.
Right, and there's no real way of answering that question, or at least right now with the information we have.